Tyre Review here, and I'm with Ash. And Ash, we're at the Performance Driving Australia track day.
Yes.
We're going to look at your car in a second, but give us a bit of a background on yourself and what's brought you to this point.
So I was a mechanic for roughly 10 years. Really didn't do a lot with cars at that point because you spend all day working on them, you didn't have a hobby. So, and before that was all IT. So, ended up left the trade and thought, well, start having a bit of play. Some of my mates at the new workplace and that started having race cars and that's what I'll stuff it. So I bought this thing originally off Gumtree for $800, needing a clutch.
$800?
Yeah, $800, needing a clutch. Still had 6 months rego on it. So I drove it about 35 k's home with no clutch, just rev matching in the gears to get it home.
Nice.
I think clutch cost me about $80 or something back then, and it was changed over in about 2 hours on the hoist at home, and
Nice.
it was done.
Helps having a hoist at home.
It does help a lot.
Yeah.
Plus all the specialty tools that are sitting in the sheds helped a lot.
Yeah, so you do obviously do all your own work.
Yep. So everything on this car, apart from the alignment and stuff, which has been done by a mate, is actually here as well today. It's basically been all built at home in the shed, just after hours, stuffing about. So
That's cool. Well, let's have a look at the car.
Yep.
So what's the details on it?
So it's 2003 Mitsubishi Lancer, front wheel drive. It started life out as basically Grandma's race car.
It would have been like a 1.3 or something like that?
No, 1.8. It's always had a 1.8 in it. Started throwing bits and pieces at it where I could. So things that it's had in there over time, it's got a full set of MCA Street Ultimate coilovers. The brakes have been through a couple of upgrades, but now it's went from 230mm to 300mm Mini Cooper rotors with
That'll do.
Pajero calipers and Evo pads.
Right. What year Pajero?
NH, so it would have been sort of late 90s.
Yeah.
It's also the same as V6 Magna.
Yep.
It uses Proton Satria GTI rear disc conversion to take the drums off it.
Nice.
It's got an Evo 3 master cylinder in it, so it's actually got the right brake pedal feel.
Cool.
And then it's just had everything else that I've pieced to it from time to time. It's got an Evo 4 through 6 cage in it.
Yep.
Just some cheap bucket seats from Repco.
The cage just fitted up?
Bolt straight in.
Nice.
Yep, all the same chassis, it's just the Evos are a bit wider.
And you've just recently turboed it as well?
Yeah, so it's actually been going for 12 months with the
Really?
turbo on it. It's on its second revision of the turbo kit.
Yep.
First had an S13 turbo, journal bearing, ran out of puff about 120 kilowatts. It's got a ball bearing S15 turbo on it now, makes about 160 to the tyre.
Nice.
Which is a big up from the 50 it made factory.
Yeah, it wouldn't weigh much as well. Like how much do you reckon it weighs?
With the cage and everything there, it's about 1,100 kilos as it sits here now. So
Nice.
it's a good bit of fun for power to weight.
Yeah.
And the surprising thing is this motor's still hanging in there. That motor's completely standard bar cam and springs. Factory head gasket, all the factory gaskets through everything else.
Really? So is it still the same motor that came with the car?
Yeah, it's the same motor that came with the car from the factory.
Nice. So,
Got 210,000 k's on the clock. And the first time we got to drive it turboed was Christmas Eve. Drove it for a little bit. This is obviously last year. Christmas Day, I went to go bed the limited slip diff in the front of it there and snapped the fitting out the back of the block and it pumped all its oil out.
Oh, that's awkward.
So this engine is currently an engine that had no oil in it on Christmas Day while still driving. So
Merry Christmas.
It's still going, so it's a testament to the little 1.8s. They're pretty hard to kill.
That's amazing. And now we've got to talk about tyres. What are you running on at the moment?
So at the moment it's got Yokohama Radio 8Rs in a 215/40 17.
Yeah, cool. How are you finding them?
Really good now that I'm not rubbing at the back. It takes spaces off to clear it.
I did see you with the wheel.
I did have to
flare.
roll the guards at the front. I did roll the backs already, but it wasn't quite enough.
And that was literally just this morning whilst getting ready.
I had to do the front. So I drove it. It was perfectly fine on the road, but as soon as I started coming through some of the back roads here where there's a lot more bumps, started catching the front like, you bugger.
Yes.
So I had to pull it all apart, cleaned it all up this morning and that there enough. And since taking the space off there, it's a completely different animal.
Yeah.
Previously it ran Toyo 888Rs, which being in a 205 also didn't help the mix, but these tyres are wider but with a harder compound. Actually still feel like I've got more grip with these than I did with the other, so obviously the contact patch helps a lot.
Yeah, so you feel like the Yokies are better for this track in particular, or is it sort of just general?
General overall, just for how this car is, because it's so heavily front biased for everything, brakes, steering and power and everything like that. The back's really just getting dragged along for the ride.
Yes.
Definitely seems to help a lot with the front there, having a bit wider contact patch, especially for trying to take off like an idiot.
Well, no, I mean, because race car, you got to do it.
Yeah, but Nan doesn't know I took a car.
That's right. It looks a bit different, Derry.
Yeah, it's the joke that's always been. I mean, it's an easily attainable car. Like, these things are, $2,000-$3,000 on average when you find them on Facebook or Marketplace, and it doesn't take much to make them a fun little car.
No, I mean, how much do you reckon you spend on it so far to get it to a point where you can actually take it to a track day and be comfortable
initially
with
when
it?
it first came out for the very first track day and that there, I think I had probably $2,500 in it.
Yeah, right.
That was including purchasing the car.
Yeah.
Biggest thing, and it's what will always give you the most bang for buck, especially on sort of technical tracks like this, is tyres.
Yeah.
And the first semi-slicks this car had back in the day, it was comparable to some of a lot of the cars out here now that are still running a fair bit of power.
Yes.
So just light and grip makes all the difference.
Exactly. Oh, maybe give us a quick look at the engine bay, and yeah. This is the original engine, like we've just been saying.
Factory engine, just with a little bit of lipstick on it to make it look a bit fancier.
Is that a water to air?
So that's a water air intercooler, and that's off one of my mate's RS Liberties. That was one of the spare ones he had that actually used to run on his Subaru Brumby.
Oh, really?
Used to have an EJ25 converted Brumby, so that was
the way
a hell
to
of
go.
fun. Yeah. So it was basically made up from bits and pieces that mates have had left lying around in the shed, workshops, all that sort of stuff. Fuel pressure regulator came from a mate there at Zentech. The race port and that there came off another mate's car that he had left sitting in the shed, so for our stuff we'll put that on there.
Yeah.
Turbo helped another mate out with his S15, had a broken vacuum hose on it.
Get a free turbo?
Got a cheap turbo, not a free turbo, but it's a $200 S15 turbo, and that completely transformed the car.
So what's next?
I've got another motor sitting in the shed, which is going to be a Frankenstein of sorts. So without having to rebore or anything like that, I'm using Honda B18 pistons.
Yeah, right.
So it's more or less just sort of like a budget 1.8 build without having to go crazy on the machine work.
Sort of put self-taught and polish it a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of a play around that there when I get the chance to.
Yeah.
As is, a safe limit for these motors roughly is about 200 kilowatts to the tyre before they start letting go.
Yeah.
I didn't want to push it that far because I used to drive this to work every day. So,
So it's no longer your daily?
No, it's no longer a daily. It sort of gets a little bit of a break that way.
Yeah.
The new motor will probably hit around 250 front wheel kilowatts on 98 and well over 300 on corn.
Torque steer is going to be an issue?
It's already an issue now, but it's just going to be, keep you awake.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
You
know you're alive.
You're never bored when you're driving this car because it certainly keeps you on your toes.
No, exactly. Oh, that's awesome. So I reckon next step is to go for a bit of a lap around the track.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
By all means.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers.
It's certainly an experience.
I'm looking forward to it, I think.
Yeah, you will.
All right, hot lap time. Brakes are good?
Yeah.